back to my channel and welcome to today's video, which I'm going to be quick on this intro because I know it is a long one. So grab a snack, grab your drink, girl, because it is a long one. I am trying lots of new, I don't know why I went like this. I'm feeling with the girls. I'm trying a lot of new drugstore makeup and from far away you guys can see my face. It looks very pretty, you know, it looks good, but if I do the close-up you guys are gonna be scared. It was kind of a disaster for the face makeup, like primer, foundation, powder, everything else A1. Eyeshadows double A1, and this lip product, beautiful, 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 beautiful. I am shook at how some of these products worked, and I am also disappointed at some of these products. So without any further ado and any more blabbering from me, let's get right on to this whole face disaster, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys would like to see more of these, trying out new makeup, drugstore makeup, whether it be drugstore, high-end, whatever, you know, new makeup. I've had some of these things sitting in my pile of new makeup for a while, so it was definitely time to get these to use, and now I know where I can put them, you know, trash, fails, giveaway, my stash. Anyways, if you guys want to see how I did this makeup, then just keep on watching. Okay, let's jump right into trying out all these new products. Now, a lot of them are like old new products, as in like they came out maybe a month ago, or I showed them in like 3 hauls back here on the channel, and I still want to try them out. I still want to show them to you guys. Some things I did purchase recently. So we're going to start off with primer, and I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. And I got the little primer on the go, which is like a smaller size than the full size. I think these are like $6. And this is basically, to me, it's like a silicone primer. It has like a little squeeze tube. And yeah, this is what we're gonna apply. Next level. Now the foundation that I'm going to be using today is the Wetnwild Stick Foundation, which looks like this. And I have mine in the shade Buff Beige 857B, and I know a lot of people talked about this foundation. I've had it for months, probably since it came out. I bought it and I just haven't gotten around to using it. That's how much product it has. Next level. Okay, so I feel like this doesn't have a very full coverage look. It looks like it covered, but I don't feel like my skin was very evened out. There's spots where I feel it's patchy or it looks blotchy. Definitely like the redness in my, where's it at? My pimples are still visible, like this one right here. There's one over on this side that you can still see, and I put foundation over it. So I'm going to do another layer, another second coat, and I'm going to blend it out with a brush this time. See if the brush blends it into the skin. It can also be that primer that I feel like it was very, like, it wasn't mattifying. It was more like a greasy primer, so maybe that's not letting it sit well on the skin, which is why I don't really like to try out different new primers and new foundations at the same time, because you really can't tell which is the one causing the issue. So let me do one more layer and then see how I like it. Next level. feel like with the sponge, the application is much nicer. My skin looks, you know, a little more airbrush per se. I feel like that primer is not going to be the business for me. Kind of feel it like it's, you know, it enhanced more of my pores with the foundation rather than hiding them or filling them in. But the foundation looks nice. I didn't put any primer down here, so I can actually see that the foundation looks really nice on that area of my skin. And I have a lot of texture down here, like acne and stuff like that. So I'm really thinking that primer is not doing it for this foundation or for my skin in general. So I'm going to go ahead and apply concealer. This one from e.l.f. This is one of my favorite concealers, so since I don't have a super new one, this is the one I'm going to use, which is still fairly new concealer. And I want to see how that's going to blend on top of that primer and foundation. Okay, I'm kind of... yeah, I'm thinking it's definitely the primer that is not making anything look nice on top of my skin or on top of it per se. But the foundation, I'm actually liking it. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything on my skin, even though, you know, I did apply 2 layers of it. But the brush really helped like blend it nicely into the skin rather than just have it sitting on top. Now I'm going to be applying the e.l.f. HD powder, and down here all it says is sheer. This is a very fine powder. It looks very fine. So I'm just going to apply it with my sponge. I'm going to set or blend my concealer again just so there isn't any creasing. And I like to do this every time before I'm going to apply my powder because, I mean, we don't want to set any creased concealer. Okay, this powder says it's sheer, but it's like sheer on another level. Like nothing's going on. I don't know if I have to pack my brush, or my sponge, I mean. Okay, it looks like it's set everything though. Like, it looks... I don't know if it's the primer or the powder now or what. That's the only hard thing about trying a lot of new products. Is like, you really won't be able to tell on the first try what is it that was the issue. You guys see how this side like instantly went matte, and you guys can still see the sheen on this side. So it definitely mattifies. Maybe this is just a powder that should be dusted on with the brush. But I actually like how it looks mattified. The only thing, if I look at it up close, it looks a little like my face. I mean, it doesn't look airbrush. It looks a little crusty dusty. And that's not a look I'm going for. I mean, the only good thing is that it mattifies. So, not matte, matte, not matte, matte. Okay guys, my face makeup looks horrendous. It looks completely patchy, blotchy, gross. Look at my bronzer. It made it look so muddy and like just ugly. My skin, I have to zoom you guys in so that you guys can really get to see how ugly. Look at my nose. Look at that. Look at this. My skin has never looked worse. This foundation, like I touch it, it literally comes off. And I'm not sure, I don't think it's the foundation. Look at my nose on this side. It definitely is not the foundation. I think it's the primer that ruined everything. My brows were super greasy and like my skin on this part, like when I was applying my brow pomade, it felt like it was just sliding, slipping, sliding everywhere. That I never have an issue like that when I'm putting on my eyebrows, especially after I've powdered my skin. I mean, the eyeshadow though is popping. These palettes, beautiful. Like these are winter chicken dinner primer. Hell no. Never trying this again. Never putting it on my skin again. I have never had a primer do this to my foundation, which is probably why I only stick to the primers that I like. And the Benefit Professional is literally the holy grail pore filling primer in my opinion. And it avoids all of this mess right here. So let's move on with the face. I am going to be trying this blush from e.l.f. and this is the color Radiant Peach. I already did my bronzer. I didn't have anything new, so I just used my Cover FX palette. But I want to see how, I mean, I feel like everything over my face right now is going to look hideous, but you know, we got to keep going. Ooh, that's a pretty glow. I love blushes like this. It has kind of like a sheen to it. It's not like shimmery or glittery. As you can see, it's a glowy sheen on the cheeks, and I love these kind of blushes, or like baked blushes are my favorite. And I do have 3 highlighters. I have this Wet n Wild highlighter, and this is in the color You Glow Girl. And I love these so much. I bought this one because I already have I'm So Lit, and I fell in love with the formula and how these go on, how pigmented they are. Those are like blinding highlighters, and they're loose highlighters, and they're super affordable for being loose highlighters, so I'm in love with these. Now I have the swatch for this one right here, which is the middle shade right here. It'll focus, there we go. That's the Wet n Wild highlighter. Now I also bought the e.l.f. Plus Glow highlighter, and this is in the color Moonlight. Now this is a very pigmented to the touch. This kind of has it reminds me of the ColourPop Super Shock highlighters. Yeah, like the formula, how it's kind of like a powder cream, like it feels like very mushy and soft, but it's a powder. And then the swatch for that one is down here. I would say it definitely goes on like lighter as opposed to the initial, you know, swatch. Like when it goes on, it's not as blinding as it was on the finger, but you can definitely pack it on. So that's that last shade right here. And then the last one, which this is the one that I was mainly interested in trying. This is a color 24K Gold, and this one became super popular. They have a few other colors which I do want to pick up. This color, I thought it would be more pigmented. I mean, it is pigmented to the touch, but again, it's like that other one that once you apply it, like it's not as like blinding as it was on the finger. But that's what we're wearing right now. Let me pop it on the other side. I am going to apply with the small eyeshadow, well, fluffy eyeshadow brush. And you definitely do have to pick up a good amount of product to get like a really good pigmented look. Which, I mean, I don't mind. That's why I wanted a more precise brush to apply it, because it still goes on beautifully, and it's a very, very nice color. I do want to pick up the I think it's like called white gold, and I feel like it'll be even more blinding. Now if you see, I didn't even blend it that well. I'm gonna blend it with my little sponge, and that's how that looks. Now for lips, I have 3 products. I don't know which one to choose yet. We have Wet n Wild, but I feel like we have used enough Wet n Wild. And this is the color Rebel Rose, which was the Rebel Rose collection, like from this one, which I didn't even get to use this palette, but it's okay. So we have this color. Then we have this Kai Para Mi matte lip cream in the color Bare It All, and these two kind of look very similar. And then we have the e.l.f. matte liquid lipstick in the color Wine Tour, which I feel like I want to use this one. So I mean, I guess I should swatch all of them and then choose the one I want after I swatch them, because I just cannot decide. So this is the e.l.f. one. Let's see how it looks. Ooh. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, I think already. These are like my favorite colors. This, let's see how nude it is. Oh, okay, it's not that nude. It resembles the color of my shirt, and it definitely looks a bit more peachy on the swatch than it does in person. And then let's swatch this last one, which is, ooh, this one's more mauvey. This one definitely matches my shirt. So I think I kind of want to go with, I think I want to go with the last shade. This one from Wet n Wild. So let's do that. Next level, 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 level. Basically concludes this makeup look. I know you guys just saw that close-up of the horrendous makeup, face makeup. I will definitely say this is out of my collection, because it just, no. I feel like this is what destroyed my foundation and powder, so I will definitely use the foundation and powder again. The lipstick, guys, I've tried these Wet n Wild liquid cat tooth lipsticks before, and this formula feels different. It feels more comfortable. It doesn't feel as drying on the lips. I didn't used to like love these. They were nice, you know, and the colors were beautiful, but this formula from the Rebel Rose, it feels super, super lightweight on the lips. Like I'm not wearing any liquid lipstick, and I kind of did a few layers. So I'm pretty impressed with that. I really like this color. It's definitely like my everyday color. The You Can Be palettes, beautiful, amazing. Recommend these. Look at this makeup. I used both of them. I combined them, and I really, really like them. I will link them down below. Highlighters. This one, I already like the formula of these. I have tried the gold one, or the color I'm So Lit, which is right here. So I just wanted to show this to you guys, since this one I hadn't used it on camera. I didn't use it today, but I did swatch it previously. I have other swatches now. And this one is the one I'm wearing on my skin today. I really like it. I honestly thought when I swatched it, I was like, okay, it's not going to be as good as everybody was hyping it up. And maybe I just got the wrong color, but no. You definitely do have to pack on your brush the product so that you can get like a very blinding highlight. But what highlighter do we not like pack it on like it's nobody's business? So to me, that's not an issue. I have seen other shades that are like lighter that look even more blinding and pigmented, so I definitely want to pick up more. This one, I did swatch it for you guys. It looks stunning in the swatch. Like, even though once you apply it again, it's like once you swipe it, it's super blinding. Once you blend it out on your skin, it doesn't look as blinding. But again, just pack it on like a bowl, girl. Pack it on and you'll be good. Ooh, the blush. The blush is super pretty. Definitely recommend this blush. It's the color Radiant Peach, and if you're looking for like the perfect spring summer blush, this one's really pretty. If you're tired of wearing like matte blushes, this isn't shimmery or glittery at all. It just has like a satin sheen to it, especially when you apply it on the skin. I would say it reminds me kind of like those baked blushes. Baked blushes are my favorite because I feel like they give the most radiant glow to the skin, to like your cheeks. So definitely recommend this. I'm glad I tried these products now. I know what can go where, what is staying with me, what is going into my fails pile and my, you know, family giveaway pile, so they can try it out and maybe it'll work out on them, because I understand that not everything works out the same for everybody. You know, some of you might love this primer. It just didn't work out for me, and it is what it is. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it is long, but you know, there's a lot of explaining to do in these videos and talking, and I feel like it wouldn't be like a full face trying new makeup if I'm just like doing it like super fast and like a sped up version of it, instead of actually telling you how things are feeling as I'm applying them. So I hope you guys don't mind that. And yeah, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment on what you thought about these new products that I tried out. And if you will be, you know, trying out any of the products I mentioned. Thank you guys again so much for all your support. And like always, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.